Hello everyone and welcome to my garden. I am Patrick, and in today's video we're going to start all the way back in July of 2024, last year. And through the months I take apart this old greenhouse. You can see right here, I go from this to this, all in this video. So stay tuned to the end and check it out. Whew. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today is July 17th, 2024, and it is already 95 degrees in the shade this morning. It is nasty. You might be able to see. Covered in nastiness, but I have ripped the top off the greenhouse. I have cleaned up most of the trash inside and anything that was still keepable. I've ripped the speakers out, wires are still attached. I've begun to take apart the ribs, and then tomorrow, the next day, hopefully I will get further and further, and then I'll have a big pile over here and I'll bring my trailer over and we'll load it on. But that's the next part in the demolition. But garden's doing great. Just, you know, it's still before August here. I just got done mowing and weeding this morning. We harvested a ton last night. We have sunflowers that are over 8 feet tall, which is unbelievable. That's so awesome to me. Yep, so that's awesome. There's an update on the greenhouse. Great. Yeah, much more of this video to come, I am sure. I expect it to be maybe an hour long total, so please, you know, stay till the end and you'll see the new greenhouse going up. And by then we'll be, at the very end, we'll be planting seeds around the end of February. So I'm just gonna record all this and then put it all together at probably towards the end of February. All right, happy growing. See y'all soon. Bye-bye. Ooh, it is September 19th right now, and you just saw we took out the old greenhouse, and well, through the magic of skipping ahead right now, because I forgot to film, we have the first bit of the form set, and it is square within a 1/4 inch, which for a greenhouse, I'm perfectly fine with that. You can see I've lined it up straight with the rows. So the old greenhouse was, you could see the footprint is right here, 10 by 12. We're going to be 16 by 16 now, much larger. 2 doors, one on this side, one on that side. This will have some type of, I'm going to have some type of plug in the, there's going to be a form here. So I've already got half the form done, and there's going to be the inside form to give me an 8-inch foundation, you know, that's 6 to 10 inches deep all the way around. So if there's no pad, I want dirt in the middle, so when I water, when I do anything, it goes into the water table. I don't want puddling or mosquitoes starting to breed in there. And everything will be screened, and the top will be like a hoop house with plastic. I plan to draw up plans. I'm going to draw up plans just so I don't miss anything when I order the wood and bolts and lag bolts and nuts and washers and parts and stuff. But cool, I just wanted to make a short, quick video. Here's where we're at. I just finished that. It's level. It is square within a 1/4 inch, like I said, so it'll be super easy to do the inside. I was gonna look for free wood, but then I decided all these are only gonna have screw holes in them, 2 at every stake, and I screwed, of course, on the outside. So everything will be removable and savable, and then I'm going to reuse these 2x4s to build part of the desk and things. I'm gonna wash them off, and I don't care if they're stained, it won't matter. Cool. $150 for a form that's true and straight is much better than free wood that could be warped and have to deal with that. Anyhow, cool. A few peppers still growing, things like that here in September. About to get into winter. Coming soon. Cool. I love it when I'm working on something new. But yeah, so that wood won't be there. This is just a form for the concrete. Cool. All right, well, whew. Today is October 5th, 2024. Fast forward just a little bit. Of course, you saw this just a couple weeks ago. Had this ready, and well, things have taken a little bit of a change. I was going to build a greenhouse, like a base out of wood, and then try to bend hoops and put a hoop house on top of it and come up with my own kind of design. And then I realized it was gonna cost a lot and be a lot of work. So what I did to make things easier, and you already see a couple poles here, is we went online and we found a greenhouse kit from growerssolution.com. And yes, that's right. I only said it's been 2 weeks since I got the form done, because just a week and a half ago, we ordered this, and they're in Western Tennessee, and it's already here. Great customer service, great shipping. Everything was great. It came right on time, just like they said it would, and it's here undamaged. We got a 16 by 16 hoop style kit. It's got the plastic, everything we need, all the hardware, so we don't have to do, there's no guesswork. It's just gonna follow the instructions, which are perfectly detailed, and everything we need, and all the hardware, and everything is labeled. Best thing is, American company, so yes, invest in the USA. So we're gonna set up a time-lapse camera maybe, and take a video of us putting up the hoops. Actually, you know, it's really hot, so probably what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back in segments as we get things done. We already got 2 of the ground stakes in. We've got 8 more to do. Once they're all done, then we have to run a string with a line level, mark them all at the same spot, and then cut them off so they're all at 3'6" level, that's how high the sidewalls will be. All right, let's get in it. All right, so still October 5th. We are to this point now. We have the 5 ground stakes in. Okay, the 5 ground stakes in. Yeah, they're pretty close to the edge, but I knew from my measurements, from my original plans, they were going to be. But, you know, if the concrete cracks out this side, it'll be fine. It'll be held in still. They'll never move. If I have to, I can do a form later on the outside and make it a little bigger, but I think I'm gonna love it because when the 2x6s move up, when the concrete's done, this is the ground level, the concrete level, and then those boards will move up to there. And from that up is 3'6". So that's how tall the sidewalls will be, which is awesome. We're just going to right now go get a pipe cutter so we can manually cut the 4 corners. I ran a string level off the 4 measurements from the 4 corners, made sure it was level, marked marks, and then decided to just hammer these pipes in the middle in further to get their full length without cutting them off. And then the corner ones, we're just gonna cut them because it'll be hard to knock these further and make sure that they're still level. We have to keep checking it. Cool. Alrighty, let's go. All right, so all 10 ground stakes are in and completely level of each other. They are pretty straight also, which will be great for the edges. Of course, down here will be filled with concrete. I just went ahead and I packed the dirt real good using a board around the bases. These are solid now. They won't move when I put the concrete in. That's the whole point. They are all level, perpendicular, horizontal, vertical, whatever you want to call it. they're all in, they're all level with each other. All I had to do was this one here, I slammed a little too hard starting it, and then I learned what they needed to be done, and it had a ripple. Very easily lopped it off with a Sawzall, and then banged it in and just measured the corners and used a, since my footing is level, I'm able to measure that 3'6". We want the sidewall to be right off the footing. Kind of makes the footing very convenient. If not, you need to run a string level and then mark all of them and then cut them where they're all level. Making sure you got at least 18 inches in the ground for each one, which we have here plus or minus with the thickness of this, but then that's going to become concrete and it's never going to move. Monday the concrete will be here, so that could be the next time you see me, but I am going to try to figure out how the end walls are going to tie in and whether they need to be somehow, do we need to put the hoops up first and have them ready so they can be set in concrete, or can it do it after? So, got to read about that. And you might see me again, or you're going to see me Monday when we're doing, Tuesday maybe, when we're doing the concrete. Woo! It's hot today. Gosh, October. Hot one. Woo! Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, October 7th, and it is 7 a.m. And I woke up this morning, ready sometime today to receive the concrete. And you know, like any delivery order, they give you a window. Last night I get an email, and Home Depot gives me a 14-hour window for my delivery, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, so that's fine. You know, I don't mind. I guess I'll just do the work Tuesday. Oh, 6 a.m. this morning, I hear bing, bing, bing on my phone. There's emails, and it's 7 a.m., and it's already here. Here it is. Home Depot just came. He put it exactly where I wanted it. They have that, you know, big forklift thing they drive right off the truck. So we have 60 bags here. It's a 56 bag pallet, and they threw the 4 bags on top like I knew they would. So I guess today it's time to put concrete in that form around it. So I'm gonna get set up and get dressed and get to work. I was thinking I would do a time-lapse video, but since this is just gonna be one, you know, 45-minute to hour-long video from start to finish, covering the months it took to go from the old greenhouse to the new one, I figured maybe I'll film a video if I feel like showing something, but I feel like showing you the concrete and showing you the form and showing you my wheelbarrow, you know. Oh, I can show you this though. Brand new tool. So this is for mixing concrete by hand. It helps by flowing through it. We'll see if I like it. Also, I had another thing to share with you guys that I forgot about. I apologize if it's dark in here, but I wanted to discuss the poles that I put the poles I put in for the beginning of this greenhouse. And I used this post. What, we got flashlight maybe? Yeah, here we go. There we go. Yeah, I used this post setter right here. This thing is like $25, I think, at Home Depot to set the metal posts, and I use that because I already owned it. So I use that to set the post that will hold the hoops for the greenhouse. Awesome. Well, I'll probably definitely film a clip when I am done. Flashlight's still on, blinding me. But I will definitely film a clip when I'm done of the concrete. So, yeah, Monday, October 7th, and concrete should be done before lunch. Let's get to it. Now, it is the afternoon of October 7th. 61 bags of concrete, 60-pound each. 3,660 pounds. Had to go get one more bag, like I just said. But it is hand mixed in the wheelbarrow and poured. The greenhouse base is now complete. Nothing will dig under. It will stop bugs in their tracks. It will be sealed, and it will be great. Few days I'll be pulling off the mold and reusing the 2x6 mold for the wood that is required for the greenhouse. Cool. Awesome. Now time to recover. Pretty sore. Well, good morning and welcome back. Today is Thursday, October 10th. And yesterday afternoon, my wife and I, we got the ribs up, followed the instructions for that, and the top purlin. So now the ribs for the greenhouse are up, and my job this morning is I am taking out every single screw, which I'm hoping are all reusable, and taking the forms off completely. And then I plan on using the 16-foot 2x6s I have used for the mold, and they'll go up for this. Might have to do a little scrubbing on them or something, but that's fine. But that's the plan today. Not doing too many videos. This stuff is pretty straightforward. There's plenty of videos on YouTube for a grower solution, building the greenhouses or any other greenhouse if you get it. So this is more of a what we did and less of an instructional video. There'll be way more detailed video coming up when I get into the details of the inside and the in walls and things like that, because we'll be doing that ourselves. Cool. All right, back to work. Still got some peppers out here. All right, well, it is still Thursday, October 10th, just later in the day. Oop, a little something on the lens here. Wipe it off. That should be okay. I just got done putting the sideboards on, top and bottom. Of course, after taking off the form for the concrete that I did, I'm reusing the boards for the form for the sides. Why not? Now they're all up, either the next rain or I'll get out here with a hose and just wash them off. They'll be fine. They're going in the greenhouse, but everything looks great. It adds so much rigidity, like, to the actual greenhouse, which is great. And we can see right here, perfect, right in the level. Other side is the same. I love the look. Along the bottom here, between the purlins, between the poles, the ground stakes, you can see light. So I plan on taking some 1x square pieces that you normally use for like a pressure treated, of course, for a deck for the railings. Under the railings, of course, for the spigots, or the pickets. And I'm just going to get those, and I'm going to cut them to fit just between there, and that'll fill that gap at the bottom. Won't let any bugs in or any air, but super excited. The room in here, I mean, can you even see the ceiling? I don't think you can. I can't touch the ceiling. Yeah, inside the ground will be just a little lower anyway, making it even taller. So we're getting close to 9 foot inside. Also, with the low side wall kit and the fact that I'm using the concrete, that's my ground level. So we're dipping in a little in here. I'm gonna level this out. But with the sidewalls being almost flat, I'm 6'1", and I'll be able to get this close to the wall without hitting my head. The old greenhouse had to stay in the center, or you hit your head everywhere. Cool. Well, see you on the next step. All right. Well, today is October 17th. I've gotten a little bit further on the greenhouse. All the baseboards are installed. All the center boards are installed. It's nice and solid now. And today I am installing the wiggle wire track, which there's plenty of videos for this online, so I definitely won't go into detail, but this is where the wiggle wire goes in to hold on the plastic for the roof. I've got this end completely done, except for the bottoms that'll go down in here. Next is I'll be measuring and cutting these pieces to go directly in against this pipe down here. Let me spin you around, sorry about that, but these get screwed in with wood screws after you pre-drill holes, and then you slowly, carefully bend them and then bend it to the shape all the way around. Same thing on the other end. I am finishing up the track right there. You see where the ladder is. Hopefully this weekend, though, my wife and I, Jessica, hopefully we will put on the plastic this weekend, which it'll just be all the way down to the doors, and I'll go in one of the roll-up sides and put bricks on the plastic in front of the door so it holds it until we get the doors next week. But the roll-up sides and the plastic will all be done this weekend, and the next step's the doors. And get the dirt leveled, and you know, build the benches and the racks inside, and then we grow stuff next year. So exciting. They called for a frost last night, so we went through and picked all the peppers that were left for the most part. It did not frost, so fingers crossed that it doesn't again tonight, because flowers are still beautiful. There's still some bees buzzing around. I think it was about 36 degrees this morning, so pretty chilly. Great though, awesome. A little further, let me get this done, and well, we'll probably see you in a couple days when we get the plastic on. Bye-bye. Ooh, hey guys, welcome back to my garden. Today is October 22nd, 2024. And well, I've skipped a few days and we've gotten some of the work done, a lot of the work done. Our kitty cat, Morris, our orange cat, he lived outdoors his whole life. He was nearly 18. He passed away Sunday. So we got work done Sunday afternoon to just not think about that after burying him. And, well, I forgot to film. But anywho, I've been using videos online, so if you have questions about building this type of greenhouse, that's not what this video is about. This is more or less showing my journey through it and maybe some tips or tricks that I come up with along the way. So my wife and I got all the plastic on and got the roll-up sides done, and today I'm working on getting the front door done. There will be two doors, one here and one in the back. Very excited about that. I thought they were more difficult than they were. Instructions make them super difficult to work with, but the tip I have to share is right here. When pulling this, when you cut open the plastic to go put the door in, you know, you can need a couple people, you would, to hold the plastic back. But if you just use packing tape, like this is Scotch, you see it right in there? I think you can see it, it's in there. Scotch, there it is, Scotch brand packing tape. It sticks and holds pretty well and pretty tight, and it peels off super easy without messing anything up. And I'll just cut off that excess plastic later. But that's my little tip to keep it taut when putting on the screen door, because now the screen door, the glass door, it's glass up top, and the glass slides up, creating a screen on the bottom, which is perfect because I'm going to screen behind the roll-up sides, so that essentially when it's completely done, you can have it completely closed and everything sealed, and it's like a greenhouse slash sunroom type deal. Or with everything open, it's still a screened in sunroom, because we shouldn't have any insects inside unless from the door opening, of course. Cool, just thought I'd come on here and share that that's the progress. I'm gonna have more in-depth videos, like I said, on building inside the greenhouse. This entire video I wanted to be a taking down the old one and building the new one, but not so much as an instructional video to build this greenhouse, because, well, if you buy this if you order this kit, it comes with instructions. So me explaining it to you might not help you. I had to use other videos myself just to make sure I was doing things right. But very excited, very happy with it. Can't wait to get growing. So now on to drilling holes through the door. It comes with a template, and I gotta drill holes through it for the handle. But I still plan on putting what are they called? The you know, the this door opens this way towards the street. It's a little, it's good. It's sealed for sure. You can see the light. It's a little closer than I'd like. The other side, the measurement is way closer, so it'll be better. But I'm still gonna put the slide closures on it just for extra security of the greenhouse not opening. And I'll probably put one up here and one about midway, just for security and safety when we're not home or there's a storm. Definitely don't want the doors blowing open. You know, if these blew open on the front of your house, you know, you would hear them. And I might put in the actuators, but I don't think I plan on using the actuators at all, because there's a screen, so the door doesn't need to stay open. Okay, anyway, just thought I'd share that. Very happy with it. Growersolution.com. Get yourself a greenhouse. Whew. Every day I make a big mess, but that's okay. Bye-bye. All right, today is October 23rd, the very next day since the last clip. And, well, the greenhouse is pretty much done. There's a few things to do. We're going to do a couple things on the sides, but let me show you. I got all the doors in, both doors in, not all, there's just two, but I guess that's all. They close great. I made myself some homemade brackets out of some of the aluminum wiggle wire track, just bent it and made it, because there's no door jams. You know, this isn't a house, it's just a steel wall. So the door jams now are that, and we can open, and now we have two exits. I have the actuators for the doors, which I may or may not add later. I might just do chains or something. We'll determine it later, but I'm going to put the slide locks on the outside just for extra protection, but I plan to frame in each of these just to close up small gaps at the bottom, and we are going to screen here on the inside, because since the doors slide, the glass in the bottom slides up, revealing a screen on both ends, and the sides roll up. We figured, why not screen that in, spend a little extra money making sure very little insects get in. And besides that, I plan to caulk under the 4 sideboards, these 2 and then these 2 on this side of the door. They need just slightly caulked under because of the irregularity of the concrete, but I'm super ecstatic, super happy. There will be more clips to come in this video when I finish the floor and I build my racks inside and my desk and the barrels come in. And well, then I'll probably post it because it'll be soon. It won't be soon after that. We'll be starting plants for 2025 vegetable season. Awesome. Let's move. Let's get on with it. Still got freaking plants. Still have peppers and some eggplants. Frost has not come through hard yet. We'll be picking a bunch of peppers this week. They're loving this heat right now. It's about 75 degrees outside. Hello everybody, and welcome back. Today is Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. Almost into November. Get out and vote. It's almost election time. But a quick update on what's happened since the last time you saw. I got the framing inside done and got all of the windows framed. And I just put down this morning 87 bags of river rock on top of the gray underlayment that I put down. We ordered 90. I recounted the bags at the end with all the trash one at a time, and 87 is all we got, which, I mean, you know, that's about normal. I'm sure we can leave a thing and maybe they'll refund us the 3 bags or give us 3 more bags. I'll throw them in here and rake them around, or we'll use them somewhere else. Either way, extremely happy with the floor. We might put in some stepping stones right across the middle just because it'll be the most high traffic area. Like across the middle, and then between the 2 racks that'll be here, the 2 3-tiered racks to hold all the plants, and then maybe in front of the table, and leave the rest rock, just so all the water, anything that falls on the floor, can just go directly through. Also, these rocks should help during the day when it gets warm in here in the winter and we're growing things. All these rocks along with the tanks of water should help retain some heat overnight. Cool. Alrighty, well, gonna wash them off now, and we're gonna move on with the day. I think that's it for now. Pretty much gonna call this finished for the construction of the structure, the plastic, the screen. It's a completely enclosed structure now. It's sealed. The magnets I got these strip magnets to go onto the metal I installed right here. Boom. And that holds the plastic closed without having to use the wiggle wire, because I don't want to rip up the plastic like we said. But so the next time you see me, I'll be building the racks probably sometime in December. The month of November I am very busy. We have, of course, you know, family events and Thanksgiving coming up and the holidays, and then in December, of course, I've got metal detecting event at the beginning. So after that is over, probably the 3rd week of December, I will get working on the racks, and then hopefully after the 1st of the year, I'll be posting a video of this completely finished from start to finish, only in about 4 or 5, 6 months. Awesome. See you soon. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 26th. The greenhouse is basically complete, besides building the table and my racks for the plants. And I think I've already shown it off being finished, but we finally have all of our barrels. We only had 4 before. These 2 here and these 2 tall ones here. And now we've added 6 more for 10 total. These 6 are spaced evenly to allow airflow when the backside's rolled open. There will be a table right over top of them. I'm going to build it in place. The table we'll be able to move it, no problem. And this side will have a 3-tiered rack, with the top rack being somewhere over top of the barrel. Maybe just in the front they'll be. But either way, 3 tiers, 2 3-tiers that we can walk between here. Right here. Oh, Christmas tree's already in here. We have it lit up at night. just because why not? Airflow in here right now. It's giving me a headache because a couple of these barrels have some, I rinsed them out really well. I used some bleach and it doesn't strip it. Degreaser didn't strip it. So it's just a scent in there of like mesquite smoke smell for, I don't know for what, you know, A1 sauce or Worcestershire, who knows. Either way, it stinks. Once it's sealed, it'll be gone. I had an old barrel that stunk with some type of cleaner. We don't use any of those for water at all. Only the 2 tall ones are potable. So we use those, or potable, however you want to say it. We use those to hold water and dunk. These will be capped off and sealed with a little bit of silicone. And each year they will get filled, you know, we'll check them because it somehow evaporates out of them still. Cool. Hey guys. I'll see you for the last part of this video soon. Probably towards the end of December, beginning of January. I want it to be nice and cold out, and I can be in here working, building in the warm of the greenhouse on a sunny day. See you later. Enjoy life though. Short. Woo! All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Today is May 15th, 2025. And let's go ahead and look at the finished product. The tables are inside. There's a few plants still left. And then we'll go out and look at the garden. Watch your step. So I got these garden tables from a woman in Maryland who they were just finished up like a 30-year gardening business and selling plants and stuff. And I was so happy to purchase these from her at great price. She gave me a great deal. And the low ones, and we have more than enough room, more than we've ever had to store plants. All the plants were in here already. I hear a kitty cat. I still have some carrots in here. And now look out at the field, everything planted out here. So let's go out there and take a look. The greenhouse is amazing, it's beautiful. It gets super hot, so I think this next year we will add some solar fans up in the peaks. Yeah, I hear you, bud. Mew, the farm cat, he's very, very talkative. Meow, meow. But come down here and check it out. Fake owl. Doesn't do anything. Cucumbers, we just got up the cattle panel yesterday. We let the cucumbers grab on and grow up these guys, but check it out here. Eggplants. Gonna put some cabbage here when the netting and the hoops get here. We have 6 different varieties of squash and zucchini this year. They're also all the way out there. My pepper row right here. Some jalapenos, and then mostly all sweet peppers out to the end. There are some Carolina Reapers in there. And then we have 6 varieties of tomatoes this year, 3 100-foot rows. And of course, my wife's 2 overwintered tomatoes that somehow survived in her office and now grew into these beasts. Yesterday, I suckered these 2 rows and pruned. Today, I'll be doing that one. We already have some tomatoes. See them right there, but yeah. But hey, thank you again for joining me. The sun's starting to come out right now. I really appreciate it. Thank you for checking out my garden. This is, we do this to make a little bit of extra income. Mostly we end up eating all of these vegetables for free. Just my time and labor, because we sell some of the vegetables, we sell some of the plants and things like that. So anyway, thanks again. We'll see you guys real soon. Probably. And if not, get out there and grow something. Because that's what's the most fun, right? Oh yeah. My wife's peony, still doing some peony things. And the flower garden's looking beautiful. All right.